welcome podcast listeners to your favorite anime podcast, Season of the Isekai, with your hosts, Ryan and Lizzie. Listen as we take the animes of the season and break down how we feel about them as Ryan, an anime professional, and Lizzie, a beginner who knows nothing. Fair warning, some of these episodes may contain spoilers, so be prepared for a spoiler alert. Thank you. I didn't know what else to do.
I don't think we have to put the thank you in there.
I know.
If we do it
like I needed to.
If we do it as like a recorded thing, then I could understand that. But
well, see, I also have an outro that also says thank you. I wrote thank you down for no reason. I don't think so.
I liked it though. I hate that I'm a professional. It makes me feel like if I say the wrong thing, everyone's gonna be like, "This guy's an idiot. He's not a professional."
Okay, so then I'll change it to anime know-it-all.
No, that's worse. I'd rather be professional than know-it-all.
Okay, but when we were talking about names for this podcast, one of your first suggestions was Senpai and Baka.
That's because I'm more knowledgeable in anime and you're the dumb one. Yes, Tricky, I do play Ultra Rumble.
What is that?
At the My Hero Academia Battle Royale game.
Okay.
Played the hell out of it when it first came out. It's such a fun game.
We can actually record that later on when we're not actually streaming, and I'll adjust it.
Yeah, it's
I'll
fine.
Adjust it.
It's fine.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Y'all, this. I'm just gonna preface this. This is gonna be a rough episode because we don't have a whole lot to talk about because this week not much going on.
Yeah, but I do have some theories about some of the animes we watched just because of watching it and then realizing, oh, well, this is gonna happen. Which we watch them separate. We've started to do that, so we don't watch them together like we used to. So we're going to be able to hear each other's opinions for the first time.
I watched them all this morning.
I've watched most of the last 3 days, however many days I started. I've been watching them on lunch on my phone because I downloaded the app on my phone. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch them while I'm on lunch and while I'm waiting for Travis to get off work. So, but which one do you want to start with? You want to start with...
We'll start with the one we always do. We'll start with Cleopatus.
Okay.
Because I think this is the one I have the least amount to say. It's more bandits. More fucking bandits. We're stuck in this, and we're stuck in it for another episode, and I'm kind of just ready to be past it because I don't care.
Yeah, so with Cleopatus, it was underwhelming, but with seeing how it, like the ending of the episode was the best to me. It seemed shorter.
What would the ending? Like I don't even remember the ending of the episode.
Okay, so the ending was the boss takes Nail, who was talking about...
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they go into a dungeon, and he feeds Nail to Betty.
Oh, yeah, I remember all that happening.
And then...
I don't remember, the ending that has you so...
Okay, so Clint comes down.
Yeah, I remember that.
So Clint comes down.
Takes him away.
And scares the ever-living shit out of Betty. Okay.
Well, yeah, Betty knows who he is.
Yeah, so she spits Nail up, and then he gives Luna to Nail, and uses his horn in front of the boss. Like, Nail is fucked up, missing legs, arms. She's dying.
She's dead.
Okay, she's still breathing. That's part of the reason why he gave Luna to her. But so she uses his horn or his tail or whatever in front of the boss to take him away, and then the boss starts using fucking what he calls magic. Okay.
That's right.
But knowing what we've been saying, like we want to see Clint fuck shit up. like, we want to see what he can do even in this human form. I think we are going to see that next episode. I think we are finally going to see him do something about these bandits. I really believe that's going to happen. Because of the way he was at the end.
I'm mad because he walks down before Nell gets eaten. And then afterwards he goes, "Oh, if only I was a few seconds sooner." You were standing there for a good 2 or 3 minutes before it happened. You could have stopped it easily. And you're just like, if only I had gotten here sooner. Man, it's almost like we're in a dark cave with shadows everywhere that I control.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to see. I think he's going to, I really do think, my theory is he's killing Betty.
He gets his shit rocked by Betty.
I know, but when he wakes back up and he figures out what the hell to do, he's going to kill Betty.
The only part of that episode I actually enjoyed was the intro, where Alice is coming back to life and her body. Alice. They call her Alice when you're looking at like the story, like the background history of the show. Her name is Alice.
Yeah. But yeah,
when her body's like forming back, it's gruesome to hear, but it's my favorite part.
Yeah,
it's the only part that stuck with me. I could care less about the rest of the episode.
I did like seeing Cleavatess as the demon puppy too. I thought that was a fucking super cute little part. But I also enjoyed the fact that she just cuts down that fucking scalpel and throws all them bandits in the water with the confirmed they're axolotls. They have legs. They are a form of axolotl. I confirmed that because I looked real hard. I was studying. I was like, yep, they have frills, and they have legs, and they even have the neck frills. They're just really small. But she's going after that sword that's at the bottom of the lake, and I'm excited to see that because she's about to kick ass.
There's a big boy down at the bottom that nobody knows about.
Yes, I saw that, and I was just like, holy shit.
That's the ending of the episode, is his eyes opening.
Yeah, when she's dropping to the bottom in the barrel.
The cleanse stuff is like the mid part of the episode. Her fight is the end of the episode.
Yep. So I'm excited to see what happens, but I do think we're gonna see.
She's gonna get the sword and kill him.
And then we're gonna see Clint. Tricky asked you a question.
He's just gonna ask a question. I don't know what OPM is.
What's OPM?
Is it One Piece?
One Punch Man.
Oh, One Punch Man.
I guess that. I'm sorry. I should have known when I seen it.
I don't really care for One Punch Man, so never would have came to mind. I think MHA villain. I think MHA would struggle more just because it's One Punch Man. His whole shtick is he punches. Ain't
most of the people in My Hero fucking children?
Yes.
So you're just gonna have a grown ass man running around punching children?
No, it's the villains. I don't know the villains in One Punch Man either, so I don't know anything about them. So I can't actually answer that question.
Yeah,
but I'm going to assume My Hero because they struggle with some of their own villains, and one of them is just a really big muscular dude.
I haven't seen either.
Yeah, Lizzie hasn't seen either of them, so.
But I'm not a fan of. I'm not gonna watch One Punch Man. I don't want to see a bald dude just punching people. If I want to see that, I'll just go find a bald dude and get him drunk enough and throw him in the middle of the fight. I'll just go down to
the street corner.
Yeah, I'll just do that and tell him he's One Punch Man while he's drunk as shit, and he'll probably try to recreate the show. But yeah, so I do believe we're gonna see Glenn use his stuff in front of this boss. But I also think it's going to be because of that magic that he's using is going to make him lose control. Because it made Betty lose control.
It made Betty controllable.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. She stopped being scared, I should say. I don't think he's going to be able to control Clint because of how strong he is. But I think it's going to make him go a little berserk.
Oh, I mean... You know what? If that happens in the next episode, I'm back on this show. because I'm tired of these bandits. The fact that they've got 3 episodes and them fighting Cleavites was half of the first episode is wild. I expected so much more. And I'm tired of the bandits. I do not care about them one bit.
Yeah, they're about to all die anyways. Alicia's gonna get that sword. She's gonna kill that dark beast at the bottom of the water, and then she's gonna kill all the bandits. Or she's gonna get the dark beast on her side and use him to kill all the bandits. One of the two.
I'm just, if this season is only 12 episodes and a quarter of this is spent on these stupid bandits, I'm going to be upset and I will not come back.
Yeah. The first episode I loved.
Yeah, it was so good. It had us both hooked, and then it just fell.
Yeah. Ever since Clint become a human in that human form, it's not been the same.
Bitch. Yeah. He is just a. I can't do anything. You're literally one of the most powerful beasts. You could do so much.
He's gonna use his dark ichor to bring Nell back and take her away from the bandits. I think that's gonna happen in the next episode.
I'm sure it will after he murders everybody.
Yeah.
Technically, after Alicia murders everybody because she's doing it all.
I think Clint is gonna murder the boss for what he did to Nell, because I honestly think he cares a lot about Nell because of her backstory.
Yeah.
He's not showing it, but I think he does because Luna is so attached to her.
Yeah.
But
we talked way more about that show than I anticipated us to. Wow.
Yeah, because I had theories. I have theories about a couple of them.
Okay, well then let's go on to the other one that we made drop. Let's go to Hotel Inhumans.
Okay, so this is one I also have theories on. This episode
was It was part 2 of the dying service. We got to see a funeral.
And it's to be continued again, so there's going to be a part 3. Which
oh
is
my
not
God.
something
right.
I'm going to want to... Yeah, there's going to be a part 3.
The first episode said to be continued. I think it's just the show.
Oh, well. Okay. Well...
I hope.
No, nothing really happens other than...
A funeral.
Mr. Case has a funeral.
It's the whole episode.
You learn how he meets his wife. And it turns out she was his boss. That threw me for a loop. That was his boss. I didn't even realize that. Like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but it was just funny.
I mean, you don't get a whole lot of time with them as a couple in the first part, anyways.
No, you don't. Which is really sad, because I would have loved to see that, and then seeing why she does that presentation every year just to fuck with him on their anniversary is great to me.
And what's crazy is they put so much time into these 2 specific characters that getting the backstory in part 1, getting the actual death of him in episode 2, and then doing the funeral part 3 I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
Because I would have gotten more attached to these characters.
Yep.
Than
seeing more of his background as he's dying.
Yes, than having some very small, subtle flashbacks that don't really... I don't care. He died.
Yeah.
Oh, who cares?
But they provided him what they call the dying service, and it's a funeral.
And then a fake letter.
It's not even a fake letter. He wrote that letter.
Yeah, you're right.
He wrote that letter. He didn't know how to write it, so he kind of was like, she gives me so many words, I want to give her as many words as I can before.
He doesn't give her much.
And then, no, but it made her cry, and it almost made me cry, because I was like, he literally made her heart melt with 5 words.
There's only one part of this episode that I enjoyed.
And that was?
And it's Sarah being a badass once again.
Yep. Doing her little hair flip, and she takes her little pin out her hair, and then it turns out it's a fucking knife. But that behind that is because they caught Mr. Case in his drug dealer disguise and her on camera, so they assumed she was the one who killed the drug dealer. Because they found him dead, so it was a dude from his group going after her, and she saw him, and she was like, your gait was too natural. Or too casual for a funeral. And I was just like, that's cool as fuck. But my thing that I don't know if I just didn't notice it, but you remember when I mentioned Sarah's eyes in the first episode when she's fighting?
Yeah, they have a different look to them than when she's just casually talking.
No. So I didn't notice that about what Ikaru's eyes. But if you watch this episode, his eyes are slowly changing to that purple.
Yeah.
So I think he's starting to understand what it is to be like Sarah. Yeah. So I think that is a thing just for them. I don't think it's just because she's strong and magical. I think it's that has something to do with it. Because I think his eyes were just blue. Now I could be wrong. Like I said, that was one of the things that I noticed this episode. I think is because I was watching on my phone and it was just up close and personal with me, and I actually I was watching it, and I was like, wait, his eyes are starting to look very similar to Sarah's. Has it always been like that? So that has me curious, but he's starting to understand that these killers for hire are also people
that fall in love.
Yeah, they're people. They're not just. He's starting to understand what Sarah was saying. Yeah, but I'm still about it. I'm not seeing. I really was hoping it was going to be more like Death Parade.
What's crazy, in the first episode still gives me the most emotion, and we only had a very short time with him, but it was the strongest episode. These last two, I have not cared about anybody.
I don't know. I think it's upsetting that Mr. K saw his wife in disguise, had to pretend he wasn't him, and then got killed immediately on their 10th anniversary.
I know.
When he just helped her save the cake for the 10th anniversary, and that kind of hurt my feelings. But it's also because me and Travis are coming up on our 10th anniversary, so that's probably why.
Is that all we have for that one?
I don't.
It is. Yeah, I don't have anything.
Me either.
I was gonna say let's go to Gachakura, but we didn't get an episode this week, which saddens me.
They are on break. You said due to political things going on?
It was just delayed.
Yeah, I was looking forward to watching that earlier, and then I was like, why does it say the 27th? I thought it was supposed to come out like yesterday.
It was the one that I was most excited for, and we don't even get it this week. Oh, what's next? Let's go to. I'm saving the two big ones for. Oh, Togen. Another one that I don't know anymore.
I don't know. This episode kind of has me.
It was better.
I'm holding on to hope that
there's a little bit
of
string still left keeping the tie together, but
I love the rollerblade dude.
I can't fucking stand him. He is so annoying. Absolutely do not like him as a character.
He's just cocky, and I don't know. He's a dick, and I think that's why. But the end of the episode is the only thing I want to talk about.
I didn't even finish the episode because I didn't care.
Didn't? Okay.
Nope.
So you meet the Onis, and the dude with the mask that we were saying was similar to the dude from JJK. He talks. He's not quiet. He just wears a mask.
Oh, and his mouth, he just got staples on the side of his mouth?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, in the intro, yes, he does.
They haven't showed his mouth yet, so I don't know if it's actually staples. For all we know, it could be piercings or a tattoo. So we haven't seen, but he wears a mask on his face for no reason. But you have a little interaction with him and Shiki, and it's hilarious. And then you find out there's a perfectionist in the group that got really upset because he tore a piece of paper for Shiki because he had a nosebleed, and he got upset because Shiki was like, that paper looks like it would hurt. But the end of the episode, they go into the woods, and they're quote unquote playing tag. They're allowed to use their Oni blood, so we're going to see these other Onis using their powers and what they are during this game of tag. And then you see at the end, it seems like everybody's ready, and then Shiki's down, and the rollerblade dude, I still don't remember his name, he's just like, well, I guess everybody but one. And then Shiki's like, nah, bitch, I'm ready. Let's go, basically. And I think next episode's going to be more interesting. I'm glad Shiki did not go berserk again and learn how to control his blood, though.
I still don't like that it's guns. I still think it's dumb.
Yeah, I do too.
You know,
but it's still, we get to see the other powers, and the one dude is a freaking umbrella. So
I want to know what it is with these shows and fucking umbrellas. Gachiakura, this one, Gachiakura, his father figure gets murdered in episode 1. Togen, his father figure gets murdered in episode 1. Like, what's going on? What is with it? Why an umbrella again? That's what I want to know. I'm asking the real questions here. Why an umbrella? But I don't have anything to add to the show. The more I watch, the more I fall.
The kids came in here. Hold on.
I hear them. I mean, you're not wrong, Turkey. It's just weird. It's an umbrella. I mean, it's versatile, I guess. That's the biggest takeaway from this is one versatile piece of equipment, furniture. Not a piece of furniture, but one versatile item. It can be used in the rain. It can be used to beat people. You can turn it into a fucking drill. It's just weird.
Umbrellas are one of the most common things that everybody has. It was probably just like the first thing they picked up, to be honest.
Yeah, but if you can make anything out of your Oni blood, I'm gonna.
But he has an actual umbrella.
Phew, I'm making an umbrella, bitch. What you gonna do now? Like, Ishiki turns into guns. It's just weird. But yeah, I didn't finish the episode, so I have nothing more to say about Togen. And I'm waiting for Liz to get back because I have a feeling the next one is going to be a bit on the more controversial side.
Which show is it?
Good old Dawn to Dawn.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the episode. But
I did not.
I am a little disappointed in the fight scene. I was like really gearing up for, this is going to be the badass fight. You know, I was sitting here like strategizing, like, what's the best way to take out Evil Eye? He's got a third eye. It's probably his weakest point because it's a spiritual eye. Attack the third eye.
Well, yeah, because it starts off with them in the clash with the kicks, and I was like, oh, this is so cool to see. And it goes nowhere.
Yep. Essentially...
He grabs Momo and runs. What?
Yeah, he takes Momo and runs.
I get Evil Eye is extremely strong, but...
Yeah, but I think it was mostly just to get Momo out of the situation because he kept going after. Yeah, because he kept going after Momo because, of course, Momo is not as strong as.
Yeah, it's the weakest link. Yeah.
So they basically slingshot her ass up out the hole because there's poison, and that's another thing. Momo's still technically human. Okarun is a yokai, so the poison doesn't affect him as quick as, if at all. Which I think it does because that's why they ended the fight the way they did. But so they had to get Momo out of there before she died. So he slingshots her up, and he's like, you need to find a way to get the worm out because sunlight kills worms.
So she sets the house on fire.
Yeah, she sets the house on fire and then has an argument with the police because they're like, why the fuck did you set this on fire? You're an arsonist, basically. And they finally draw the worm up.
And it shrivels in the sun. Wow. So anticlimactic.
All right, and then, so back in the fight, you see Evil Eye is like, we were running out of time. I normally like to have fun when I play games. then kicks a ball at Okarun, and it turns into a fucking quote-unquote cursed house. This is a cursed house. You'll never be able to escape. Okay?
Hold on. Can we go back a little bit and talk about my favorite part?
What?
Okarun getting the absolute ever-loving shit beat out of him the entire time?
No, that's in the... So not the entire time. He was dodging him a lot. And I think that was starting to piss Evil Eye off. That's why he contained him in that house.
Well,
and then he walks through the house and beats the fuck out of Okarun because he can't escape.
Even before he's locked in the house, he gets a few good hits on him because he breaks half the mask before he's locked in the house.
That's right. That's right.
That was my favorite part, is seeing Okarun get the shit beat out of him, because nothing else of this episode was for me.
Yeah.
Because Okarun's idea of fighting Evil Eye is doing 5 sets of 20 squats, and for some reason Evil Eye cannot get out of this loop of squats. Dumbest shit I've ever seen. No. He is a powerful yokai who can stop the force of Evil Eye kicking a sphere of hatred. Why didn't you do that, Okarun? That was so cool.
Yeah.
Why are you doing squats, my guy? It doesn't make sense.
See, I thought he was counting his
Did you?
I thought he was counting his punches.
Did it not seem weird to you that every time it got to 20, he'd stop for a second and then restart at 1?
Yeah, it did. I was like, what the fuck?
He's doing his reps that he did when training for Momo to be cooler and stronger.
I thought it might have just been like he was just counting the quote-unquote reps of the punches.
No, he was doing squats. Because even when it showed, like, it zoomed out and shows him doing them, he's doing squats. And I'm like, this is okay. If this is the fight, I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh yeah, I was. I did like that Momo just threw a fire truck at the house. She just chunked that shit.
But we kind of glossed over.
Yeah, what did we gloss over?
The best part of the episode.
What was the best part of the episode?
Also, complete sarcasm. Momo seeing the family that tried to assault her in weird ways and try to murder them, and her just go, "Oh, y'all survived. Cool.
Good for you.
Good for you."
Yeah. My favorite part of the episode was the fact that Turbo Granny has been stuck in that goose to happen. And she's screaming and hollering, trying to get help, and Okarun goes up there. And she's, "You fucking fuck nugget," and da-da-da-da-da-da. It's so funny. And then she starts to cry when he starts to help her, and I thought that she was actually being nice. And then he fucking falls in.
And gets him stuck again.
More fucking fuck nugget and fuck turd and all that shit, and I was just like, oh my god. But then at the end of the episode, which I think is going to make next episode more climactic, they show the volcano erupting after the worm dies.
Yeah, which means, shockingly, the sacrifices actually were keeping...
The worm was keeping whatever was in the volcano away.
Well, I mean, yes, it could just also be weirdly timed, where it's like, yeah, the worm had nothing to do with it, actually. It just, volcano just decided to go off now.
We'll find out.
And I swear to God, if they do go that route of acting the volcano, we had nothing. We needed something to happen. I'm going to be real upset if I got so hyped for season 2 and this is what we're getting. It's, well, oops, the volcano just happened to go off at this time. Yeah, so far, all the shows I was extremely excited for, kind of fallen. And I'm kind of sad about that.
I know. What do you want to talk about next?
I think we only have the three. We have the 3 main ones that we both actually enjoyed. I saved those 3 for last because I didn't want to. I wanted to get all the ones we were like, out of the way, and save the last 3 for for the end. I guess let's start with you in the rain, because it was short. We both liked it, but there's not a whole lot to go over. Someone finally acknowledged it's a Tanuki for the first time.
It pissed him off. He did not like her.
And then he got mad, and every time she tried to be sweet to him, he was like, hand slap, no, get away from me.
We did find out the main character's name also is Fuji. We have not heard her called by her name since the first episode. So we did learn a little more about her. And then they go to the beach, and it's a super cute beach episode.
Well, and we got more of her backstory. She has friends.
Yeah, she's had friends in school
that she's never once spoken about. And we're only, 3 episodes in? So, 4. 3 episodes, that's 3. So, we get a little more of her backstory, and it's cute. But the Tanuki is still the best part of this show. He is main character, best character in anime at the moment. Love the little guy so much. Especially when he wants watermelon. And he's like, you got watermelon? Or when he's harassing her about having fun, and he's like, are you having fun? It's fun. Please say you're having fun. And he's like worried. Love that little guy.
Yeah.
He's my favorite main character.
He's adorable. But yeah, so it was a really cute episode. I enjoyed the hell out of that episode. It was one of the better animes this week.
Which is weird. I mean, it's always one of the better ones just because it's so cute and just it's so charming. But the other one didn't have much happen. I'm saving my personal favorite for last. Which means we got to go into Lord of Mysteries.
Yes. So, did you want to do that one first, or do you want to do To Be Hero X first?
I'm saving To Be Hero for N. What do you mean? That's my favorite show.
Oh, okay.
Gotta save that one for last.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a short episode. I will say that. I feel like this was the shortest episode we've gotten from Lord of Mysteries.
It was still 33 minutes long.
But let me tell you, so fucking far, the demoness sect, or whatever it's called, has to be my favorite little secret fucking group. Okay?
They are wild.
They are literally
so interesting.
Women into fucking chaos. That's it. That's all they are, and I fucking love it. But and
you're forgetting a big part.
What?
They're women who were once men.
Hold on, I won't get in there yet. Okay.
Sorry, that was just crazy.
Yes. So it starts out with Dunn and Klein meeting up. Dunn's still not feeling good after he encountered who they called the Hangman this time, which is the True Creator, whatever it was.
The piece of the True Creator that he left behind, the Hang Giant.
So they are trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And apparently some disaster happened on a ship that we knew they didn't really give a lot of information about. It shows Klein and Dunn meeting at a damn play.
At an opera.
About an opera that has cats, which that made me excited. I was like, kitty cats. There's like 3 different cats on stage. Okay, and then there's this hero, quote unquote, named Triss. Okay, and he apparently saved everybody tried to save people on the ship, but it turns out that he was the one who caused that disaster, because the demoness sect helps people unlock their darkest desires and commit them. So he is part of it. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Benji.
And so
So hold on, before we go a little further, I just want to clarify: the Demonist sect is a group of female assassins. They're the assassination sequence.
Yes. Alright, so did you see him after this opera? He laid up in bed with 2 women whose husbands were on that ship, apparently.
Yeah. They caught disasters, and then him and the hero get to sleep with the widowed wives.
Yeah. And you see there's a woman that shows up in the bedroom, and she gives him the sequence 7 potion. The recipe. That recipe is what turns these men into women. Once they get the sequence 7, they become high-ranking women in this. I'm gonna call it a coven.
They become witches.
It says witch. They become witches.
Yeah.
It's a coven. And let me just tell you, I'm gonna say it because I loved it, and I love the theme about it. As a witch myself, most high-ranked witches are all women in real life. Magic is apparently stronger in women when it comes to that kind of. Now I know some men that are warlocks or wizards, whatever you want to call them. But most of them are women, and I think that's fucking hilarious that they're like, oh, yep, we're gonna castrate and become women. I think that's hilarious because they're just like admitting that as a witch, it's you get stronger once you do that, which is weird because you can get strong without doing that in real life. But I just thought that was they literally castrate themselves to become high-ranking women in this coven.
Yeah, it's a really neat idea.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I wasn't gonna watch it while I was waiting for Travis to get off, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't have Gotchi. I'm gonna go watch it. And I was sitting there watching, and I was just like, oh my god! It just kept on and kept on and kept on. This show really leaves me wanting fucking more. The fight between all them.
Yeah, she's Trissa.
Phenomenal.
Trissa's kind of a badass. Is it Trissy?
It's Trissy now. Yes, it's Trissy now. It says it at the end when she's on the train.
I couldn't remember if it was Trissy or Trissa.
It's Trissy. It's a Y.
But she's kind of a badass.
She uses black magic. She can turn fucking invisible.
And she can make apparitions of herself.
Yeah, and
shadows. The shadows were so cool.
Yes, they were the spirits of the people from the boat. So they were creating a ritual to bring forth the demoness herself of chaos. I don't remember her name. I don't know if they even said their name.
They do, and I don't remember it. Primordial something. I think it's the primordial goddess.
Oh, it was demoness.
It might be demoness instead of goddess, but it's the primordial something.
But essentially, they are just killing off a bunch of people who were in poverty, and they're using voodoo dolls to do it. Which is, I loved seeing that, like seeing how they made these quote unquote voodoo dolls, because they're not your typical voodoo dolls. They're like little puppets. No, they're wood.
Oh well, I know, but
they're little wooden puppets.
Straw man is kind of what they reminded me of.
To me, the little wooden puppets, I'm not gonna assume, but it gives me vibes of like their German descendants. Because wooden puppets were real popular in Germany back in the time that this is based in.
Pinocchio.
Exactly. So I was like, oh, that's a cool little Easter egg, if that's what it's about. But that being said, watching Leonard tear off his fucking fingernail and scrape the black magic out of his fucking arm before it killed him shows me how strong that motherfucker is. But it also...
Can we also point out seeing Leonard actually, like, kind of a slight bit, like, in terror when he sees it coming?
Yes. That's what I was about to say.
Because this is the first time he's very cocky and, like, this is nothing. And then
he's
for the
a
first time,
perfectionist. And
you
this is the
see
first
him.
time we got to see him distraught.
Yeah.
So we actually got to see emotion. But I just want to talk about when they're discussing what's going on with Triss and this life serpents or whatever it's called. Succubus, whatever they do where they're
the usurpers. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Him and
he
Klein's,
looks at Klein, and he's basically, as long as you don't threaten the night, I know who you are. As long as you threaten the Nighthawks, I don't care. So I want to know his fucking secret. He's already a badass. I already love him. My man, Candy, fucking Monday for this fucking show, because I love him, little emo boy with blue eyes and bluish purple eyes. I think they might even be red. I don't even really fucking know. They're green. What am I talking about? Anyways, I want to know his secret. I want to know his background. Is he a fucking transmigrator too?
Also, I love him and Klein's relationship, where it's like Klein will know everything, and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad we figured that out together. You've known it all along too." And he goes, "Oh yeah, Klein wants to say something," and Klein's like, "I didn't. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I guess I'm put on the spot now. I have to say it." And Leonard just standing there smiling with the biggest grin on his face, like, "Yeah, I did that."
But he knew what he was gonna say after he started saying it. So I'm sorry, that mother minds. I think he can read minds. I really do believe there's something going on where he has some kind of power he's not telling anybody.
Oh, he probably does.
Because that's what I was saying. I was like, he knows who you are. He knows what you're thinking.
Also,
like that.
Klein mentioned something in the episode that is weird to me. Because when he mentioned that they're going up against a Sequence 7 assassin, he's like, Dunn is a Sequence 8 and Leonard is a Sequence 9. If Leonard is a Sequence 9, same as Klein, that's wild.
I thought he said...
Are they both Sequence 8s?
They're Sequence 8 and then Fair, whatever his name is, Sequence 9.
Okay.
Because there was 3 people in that fight.
I thought the other one was just an officer that was with them investigating, like they've had in the previous episode.
Fier or whatever his name, Fire. It's Fire, but they call it Fier.
It's spelled Fyre, but yeah, it's Fire.
Yeah. But that fight, and then watching Klein walk in and restore the mirror to find out who that person was great to me. I enjoyed that a lot for no reason whatsoever. I was like, this motherfucker can put mirrors back together. He's never going to have bad luck. And then hearing him talk about, like, oh yeah, the tarot meeting's been great. You know, Mr. Hangman likes me now. I still can't control the gray fog, just like it's just like a part of his daily life. It's so funny.
I think he mentioned the Hangman is a little, it had been acting differently, is what he says.
Ever since they did that ritual. So I just thought it was funny because he just brings that up. I feel like it wasn't like an afterthought.
Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, we're going to show you this whole fucking episode, and then we're going to bring that up. And then he made amulets for his sister and brother to protect them. And I love that because he's like,
they still don't know what his job is.
Nope. And then he's down in that the underground market, and he's like, oh, that's the Emperor's secret text, and it'll protect anybody from disaster. And then obviously Klein knows what it says. That's the thing. He can read it. Nobody else knows what it says because he's the only one that can read it because he understands the language because that's his actual language.
Yeah, I just love that. He goes, it's pretty weak.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, it's not going to do much, but okay, buddy, you keep trying to pedal your way.
Yeah, I enjoyed this episode a lot. There was a lot going on, but there was like too much going on, and then they did all the main parts, and then they threw in that, oh yeah, this, and this went great. Instead of trying to prolong the episode by showing the stuff and nothing really happening. So they're just keeping like the big stuff in the episodes. And then sidebar, fourth wall break. Hey, this is going great.
Yeah, it was a good episode. One of the best this week, but the show's been phenomenal from the start.
Yes, it has. So
now, we can get to the main attraction. What started this whole idea for the podcast. To Be Hero X. Which, if you didn't know, literally was the anime that started this whole podcast.
Yes.
The whole idea for the podcast was because I wanted to talk to more people about To Be Hero X and get this show more out there.
More, yeah, because not a lot of people know about it. But it's this episode is insane.
There's not a whole lot that happens, but at the same time, there's a lot that happens
between the lines. Okay, so we start out with, I still don't know that other one's name, but Lolly and them traveling.
Her name is Lolly.
No, not Lolly, the other one.
Oh, his daughter.
Yeah, his daughter. Ghostblade's daughter and Lolly are traveling to go deal with whatever they're taking.
The alien crash site.
That's what it is? Okay, the alien crash site. I thought they were going to do that thing for the last episode where DJ Shindig attacked them. But anyways, it shows them, and then they're trying to quote unquote track the stalker, which is
she's like,
Ghostblade
following he's right behind us.
And then Lolly does something stupid and almost okay. Now before we get into there, Ghostblade is stuck with a hero he did not want to be stuck with. One of my favorite heroes.
He's stuck with Little Johnny.
Little Johnny, or Catboy, is what they call him, and Big Johnny. He's a very talkative,
very annoying little child.
Yes, and of course, Ghostblade does not speak. So,
and it just sitting there like, I wish I could just tell you to shut the fuck up for the love of God. Try to put on music to blare him out, and Johnny's like, oh my God, you love Lucky Cyan too? And he goes like just like losing his mind.
And he rolls the window down and tries to drown him out with the wind. And little Johnny starts crying and da-da-da-da-da.
It's so
Something
good.
crashes into their fucking windshield, and it's a Lolly. They almost drive off of a cliff. So they're setting up camp near the alien crash site, and they're having a little powwow, and they're like, well, first crime, Lolly, you did something stupid. And then Lolly blurts out, yeah, Ghostblade's been following the other girl, been stalking her. And so Lolly's dad just assumes Ghostblade's in love with her. And he's like, I'm a wingman for you. I'm a wingman from you. I'm a help because I know you can't talk. I got you. And then they sit down to eat dinner. And when that man stood up and started talking about Ghostblade, I was like,
he's trying. He's
trying way too hard. He's so passionate. But then all of a sudden,
it gets real emotional at that powwow.
Well, Lolly and her dad start arguing, and then little Johnny's crying because, at least the daughter goes, I wish I had a dad to argue with, but he's dead. And then little Johnny's like, both my parents are gone. I would do anything to argue with them. And then everybody starts crying, and a daughter runs away, and Ghostblade follows her, and he's like, wait a second, what the fuck? Why am I affected too?
That's when he noticed something's wrong, is because he's like...
And he goes and he walks off into the woods, and I'm assuming it's DJ Shindig, correct?
Yeah. So with the power of fear kind of like injected into his body the way it is, his power's been reverted. Instead of bringing like joy and happiness, it brings sadness and almost like sadness and regret.
Yes.
Because Ghostblade is more getting that feeling of regretting everything he's done. And so with the dad.
Yep. So he shows up, and then before all that happens, it shows a masked, I'm assuming, villain talking about, yeah, this is the first test with fear injected in his DNA. We're gonna find out what happens. So he and then it shows like the fear in a containment unit, and then you see DJ Shindig like slam his hand into the glass, and they let him loose, which is why he is there. So I just want to talk about the fact that Ghostblade fucked his ass up
with a butter knife.
Goddamn butter knife.
He grabbed the butter knife off the table, and Shindig's like, "What are you gonna do? Butter me some bread?" And it's like,
"Oh, he said, cut me a steak."
Oh, cut me a steak. That's right. And it's just like, no, he's about to fuck you up, bud. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but that dull ass knife is about to tear you to pieces.
Yes, and that fight was great because he kept regenerating because of the fear.
Ghostblade just is the most badass individual. He's far and behold the best hero we've seen.
Yes, so far. So after the fighting, he kills DJ Shindig. It goes back to his daughter, who he put his jacket on before he went to go fight, and she finds his little book that has all the notes.
He's been taking on her over the years.
Exactly, and she finds out, hey, this is my fucking dad, which they don't say not shit about. That's the only thing I'm pissed off about, because it immediately goes to, oh shit, where's Johnny? Little Johnny? Okay, and this is my thing with that one. You made a comment. What was your comment to me earlier about Little Johnny when we were talking about it?
Because after that it cuts to Lucky Cyan talking to Queen about the road trip that they're about to go on, which is the end of the Queen arc. And you see little Johnny transformed, and I said, I have a feeling his transformations have to do a lot with his emotions. Each animal he can turn into is a different one of his emotions when they get heightened to a certain degree, is what I kind of have a feeling of. Because he's in extreme sadness whenever he disappears.
Yep.
Because he's gone before everyone comes back to and is normal again.
Hold on a second. My dog is barking at nothing. Here's my thought on that. I think you're on to something. You're close. But that's not what I think happened. Okay? So, and when Ghostblade leaves and he kills DJ Shindig, the fear from DJ Shindig gets on him. Okay? So this is what I think happened.
Hold on. I'm actually you for a second.
You're what?
I'm actually you for just a second. Okay. The fear never touches his skin. It very clearly shows it not touch him in any capacity. It's around him.
Okay, but let me finish before you actually me, okay? Because this is where I'm going. So if you notice, when little Johnny started crying, Big Johnny tried to comfort him like true emotional support animal, okay? I think Big Johnny got him out of his sadness, and little Johnny saw Ghostblade walk away. So he followed to help him. And I think when he killed DJ Shindig, the fear didn't touch him because it was absorbed by little Johnny before it could touch his skin, because it just vanishes into thin air before it even touches him. Because it was about to touch his face. Okay? And this is where it goes, because, it cuts to that scene where, oh, should we invite little Johnny? Oh, no, just a girls' trip? I think little Johnny, his biggest fear is his friends and the people around him not liking him. And he got wind or something of that trip. And he transformed into the big doggo because his insecurities and the fear, it caused him to become terrified of what would happen. I think that is why he transformed. What?
How... when they're talking about the girls' trip, the reason they don't invite Johnny is because Queen specifically says he's on a secret mission.
Yes, I know.
Cyan says, oh, he's on a mission.
I know, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm
saying he's already on the mission before they make the plans for the trip. He would have no clue on how to get any here of them going on a trip.
I know. But that's not what I'm saying. He's insecure about it, and even though he's on a mission, he's one of those people that's like,
Yes.
the invitation would have still been nice.
But
it's his insecurities and a fear, I think.
I'm saying, how would he even know they went on a trip if he was already gone before they made the plans?
Okay, okay, yeah, I get that, but that's not. Okay,
that's exactly what you said.
No. Yes, it's what I said.
So I'm just poking holes in it because I'm confused.
Yes, okay, you're confused. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Because it doesn't make
sense. So when he's crying and boo-hooing about his parents
being dead,
he's showing a lot of insecurities. And I'm not saying that say the girls' trip is why he did that, but I think what I'm saying is the fear and the insecurities that people don't like him. Only his parents loved him, and he died, and Big Johnny loves him. That's it. Because he starts crying in the car with Ghostblade quickly. He's a big people pleaser. I think he is very insecure about himself, and he knows he's.
Which, if that's the case,
I just think that fear grabbed hold of those insecurities, and that's why he transforms. I'm not saying per se the girls' trip. I'm just saying it's just convenient enough that they showed that, so I know that's going to be part of the next episode. Well, but I also know they see little Johnny transform.
Yeah, I think they showed that clip specifically because the end of the Queen arc shows Johnny in his transformed state. So they were just showing that to be like, hey, don't forget, these parts are connected. I don't think it had anything to do with the transformation in any regard.
No, yeah, that's not. More or less, I was saying the fear and his insecurities is what made him transform. So I was still agreeing with your emotions.
You also got to think this. If they had followed him, Ghostblade would have seen him when he turned around.
But we don't. Okay, so he could have been behind DJ Shindig, and you just didn't know. Or the motherfucker's real. I mean, he's a cat boy. He's real fucking stealthy when he wants to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but they were fighting in a nice little clearing, like.
But that doesn't mean he's not hiding in a bush somewhere.
But I'm saying Ghostblade would have saw the fear going specifically to one direction, and would have noticed it. He's a very keen individual because he is an assassin.
I just feel like it's the fear. I don't think it's just his emotions. I think the fear got a hold of him. That's just my theory. That's just what I think. I think it's the fear.
I don't think it has anything to do with the fear. The only
reason I say that is because when the fear escaped and got on DJ Shindig, it didn't. You don't see it, even though it was out in the open. It doesn't evaporate, and they don't really say, "Hey, when fear's already in somebody, it goes away."
It also doesn't affect DJ Shindig when it first touches him either. They have to encase this man in it for days before it actually does anything.
But they didn't do that with what Boa? Is her name Boa? Or is it Bo?
So
the one who fights Queen when she has fear.
We don't. Again, I think it's fear. It never confirms what it is. She just has more of like the fear aura around her, which could just be anger. But I think she injects it, which is what they're doing to Shindig, is they're injecting it into his body. Which, if it touches you, it's not being injected into your body.
Okay.
Because it was the same with the Enlighter, is it injected into him.
Well, they don't really, they explain it, but they don't at the same time. It's very, ominous, so I was just my thought.
But I love that I said the emotion, and you go, I don't know if it had to do with the emotion, and then at the end you were like, it's got to do with his emotions and insecurities, and I'm like,
I was more or less meaning insecurity, because that's not really an emotion. Being insecure, I don't think is an emotion. That's like an internal conflict, more or less.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If you're a people pleaser who just wants to please everybody, and you're in the car with someone, and you can tell they're clearly trying to be like, hey, can you just stop talking? Because you can clearly tell Ghostblade is like, please shut up. But he just gets more and more amped. He's
Yeah.
He's kind of wrong. He's not a people pleaser at that point. He's just being annoying.
So you see that as being annoying, but
well, I mean,
he's trying to connect with Ghostblade, and it doesn't help that Ghostblade started playing music from his best friend. And he's like, oh, he's trying to communicate with me, so I'm going to talk more. And then he does start crying, and he gets upset, and he's talking about, oh, I the happy memories and stuff like that. But I'm wondering if he's crying because he realizes that Ghostface is aggravated. Or Ghostblade. Look, leave me alone. Tired. Ghostblade is aggravated. I think he realizes that, and that's why he cries. But also, Ghostblade not physically being able to tell him to shut up. It kind of, because let's be honest, okay? Little Johnny's got ADHD.
Mm-hmm. He's ADHD, and yeah.
As a child that grew up with ADHD, when I got around a person that would not tell me to shut up, it was a wrap.
I like that she says as a child. It's still as an adult.
No, I'm learning. I don't talk with you. It's different, okay?
I have to tell you to shut up 90% of the time.
Okay.
I'm like,
yes.
Okay. Calm.
But I'm comfortable with you. But when I'm around people I don't know, people who are basically strangers, I'm not like that. I'm quiet. But then I get around somebody who's not gonna who I'm trying to get cool with, and they're not telling me to be quiet. It's a wrap.
I know. I made the mistake.
Look, me talking helps this podcast get to an hour. Just saying.
I know. This is the one episode where I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna stop you from deep diving and giving full summaries of like the screen by screen what happened in these episodes, because
not much happened.
We weren't getting to an hour if we just talked about how we felt, because it was like they sucked. I don't know what to say.
Like 3 of the animes this week were not good.
The 3 that we saved for the last, I knew we would have the most to talk about. But the only thing that confuses me about Hero X is Ghostblade's first episode, and I say first episode, the last episode and this episode, there's a little bit of some disconnect.
Why do you say that?
So, remember at the beginning of like Ghostblade's little arc, he's in that clearing with the house where he just murdered his 175th person, and he sees little Johnny's transformation in the background. How do we get from that moment to where we are currently, where little Johnny's about to transform? How? That's because he doesn't have his gold mask with him. He may have it, and it's just in his bag or briefcase that he carries. But you know what I mean? Like we don't get shown how we get from where we are currently to the beginning of Ghostblade's arc.
That is true. I didn't even think about that.
Which is that's why my head is like, I don't think the fear thing is correct, because it's completely very different locations.
That is true.
So
they're in a desert. But see, that's what I was curious about too. Remember, I mentioned that.
That's also the other thing. Queen and them are in a desert area, and they're in the woods. So this whole grouping doesn't make any sense. Well, the desert, to be fair, the desert is where the crash site is.
Yeah.
So Queen and them are going toward the crash site.
Okay, so hear me out.
But Ghostblade is in the woods when he sees Johnny.
Maybe this is before, and they don't do they don't do it until they do the crash site, and then maybe little Johnny transforms, because it doesn't show him transforming at the end of this episode. It's just them looking for him.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of implied,
but we've seen him transformed twice in 2 different arcs in 2 very different locations.
So, because they hadn't left for the trip yet, I don't think. I think they were getting ready to. So, for all we know, they could do the crash site, and then Ghostblade could go on his little mission, and that's when
But again, woods and desert.
Yeah, but they might not. But what I'm saying is they might leave the crash site. It might be something that happens on the way from the crash site, you know?
Well, I mean, Queen and them see him. He's in the desert when they see him. Ghostblade and him are in the woods when they have their interaction.
Maybe little Johnny's just that fucking big.
Hey, you know what? You're not wrong.
Is he fighting in the woods right now?
What?
Aren't they in the woods right now? He walked into a tree line.
Yeah. I mean, they're in a campsite in the wooded area currently. But I don't understand how we go from Shindig to him getting his 75th kill, where he sees, big Johnny. Or I don't. Yeah, big.
Whichever Johnny this is, because he is not regular Johnny.
No. So I'm very curious.
Black and green doggo. He's not even a cat.
I'm curious if they connected, or because Johnny has so many animals, if they all expand whenever he hits a certain point. And he
valid.
Ghostblade seeing one, Queen and Cyan are seeing another one.
And they just look similar.
I think they're the same. But until we get the Johnny's episodes next week and the week after,
we won't know.
But we're a little over halfway through the season.
Yeah, we are.
Because Johnny is episode 17 and 18 out of 24.
Okay. Damn.
Which has me very sad.
Yeah, I know. We'll end up rewatching it.
Oh, I definitely will.
We'll have to for the next season. Like, I'm not gonna remember anything. I'm gonna have to be like, what the fuck are this from?
The other two versions of To Be Hero X, To Be Hero and To Be Heroine, which are like not prequels but also like prequels. Spin-offs. Yeah, they're before To Be Hero X. They're what the show was working towards when Hero X.
Okay.
Only ever got one season. They were self-contained. One season, never again. Which people have a feeling Hero X is going to be the same. It's going to be one season and then done.
Ugh. I would hate that. They don't need to do that. I'd have questions that need to be answered. I need more than one season.
With the way they're doing this, if they only do one season, they're giving a backstory to a lot of really phenomenal, fantastic characters.
Maybe they'll do a movie,
and
like Demon Slayer.
If they don't do a season 2, it's like, that's awesome that we got backstories for these 10 heroes, only to do nothing with those 10 heroes.
Maybe they'll do it and then they'll make specific episodes, like specific seasons, as To Be the Hero Lucky Cyanide, or To Be
Lucky Cyanide, to be Lucky Cyan.
You know what I meant.
She's not killing people with gas, Liz.
Okay. To be Ghostblade, as I say, Ghostface.
You know, I wouldn't want a specific season on any character but Ghostblade.
Oh, I want to know everything.
He is the only one. I would not want a full 12 episodes about Nice.
No. Yeah, no. I want to see.
I
like
don't
the inner workings of when the daughter was there, like when the daughter was born. I want to see the interaction between him and the baby. Who babies cry, babies get loud. That's how they communicate. I want to see that interaction.
I think, Esol, I don't care for any more of him. Cyan, I've enjoyed. She's been in so many episodes already. I don't need more of her. I liked her as a character.
Though, there's unanswered questions. They ended that arc with unanswered questions, and I need that answered. Why did he do what he did?
The only question I want answered. Oh, yeah. The only question I want answered is, did Esau kill Moon?
That's what I'm saying. Or why did he do that? Hold on
Yeah.
a second. My niece is calling me.
Tell her no. But yeah, Ghostblade and X are the only two that I would take a full-fledged season, because they're the two most interesting so far. And the dog. I want to see more of the dog.
The dog.
Yeah.
What dog? I missed that. Sorry, she was in my ear.
The little dog with the top hat who...
Oh, yeah. The fedora?
The fedora, yeah, not top hat. Yeah, the
Yeah,
fedora.
I want to see. So, I want to see that too.
Which we haven't even actually seen him in an episode, but we only get one episode with him, so I would like, a season where it's him and X, because clearly they're kind of like a package in the little backstory video that they put out.
Yeah.
I want to see a season of them and Ghostblade.
Yep.
Do not care about anyone else.
No way. That's what I want. I would want to. Jesus Christ. Hold on a second.
Lizzie's got the outro, so I'm waiting for her. So chat, how y'all doing?
Sorry, that was Michaela. She's going with me to the dentist tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. Are you ready for this outro?
Yeah, I've been ready.
Okay. So it's just short and sweet. It's simple. Thank you all for listening to Seasons of the Isakei'd. Remember, we're live every at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
I'm gonna need you to redo that because you cut out.
Okay. I know it's been doing that all freaking night for you too. So thank you all for listening to Seasons of the Isakei'd. Remember, we are live every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central. Was it Central?
Yes.
Whatever the fuck Ryan's time zone is. And we release the show on YouTube and Spotify every Thursday. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment on Spotify episodes of what you want to see or what you would like to see us do or talk about. That's it. That's the outro.